Hello,
Blog Talk
everybody, and
Radio.
welcome to the Goddess Suite. Mystic
Hello,
Feather, are you
hello.
on?
I'm here.
All right. I don't know where Miss Love, Sister Love, are you on? She'll probably be on shortly. Tonight at the Goddess Suite, we will be discussing. We had actually had a question come in via email, and this question is about feminine funk. So before we get started, to talk about the Yoni, also known as the vagina, I'm going to play a little tune from Snoop Dogg and Bootsy Collins. Here we go.
Flipping on them, driving on them. I'm coming down like a spaceship through the clouds, and I'm doing about 100,000 miles. Doggy style, all in your ear hole. Gonna get funky, cause I know that's what you here for. You're bouncing your neck and bobbing your head. What I'm trying to do here is wait the day. Follow instructions. When the conductor's conducting, busting, my function, thumping, funkin', jumping. Man, these suckers on the mic ain't saying nothing. So really, you ain't really getting nothing. So I'ma say a little something, cause it's nothing. To a boss when he bossing up, cross him up with a whole lot of fun. Ain't no other word to mother, you'll discover that this here's one bad soul brother. Undercover, got your lover, not your lover, take your girl, shake your world, flip the script, dip the chip, hip the hip, this is it. I can dig it. We slip and slide, work the ride, talk that jive and keep the funk alive.
Hello, ladies, Goddess. Hello, Goddesses. How you doing this evening?
Hi. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. Did you all like that tune from Snoop Dogg and Bootsy Collins?
Beautiful, just beautiful.
Now tonight, I know it's a little funny. You know, we don't want the funk.
Considering the
song
topic.
says we want the funk. Yes, it is. The song says we want the funk, but we really don't want the funk. And one of our goddesses wrote in about a feminine problem that she's been having. So this is Holistic Gals here. Just want to introduce myself. Sister Love, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, Sister Love here of Love Yourself Nutrition Coaching. Hello, everyone, this evening. Hi, Goddesses. How are you doing?
Fine, fine. This is Mystic Feather, and I'm coming live. I specialize in talking about meditations, chakra systems, crystals, and natural healing.
Awesome. All right, I think we're going to move on to, tonight we're doing Q&A, and I'm going to read a letter from one of our goddesses.
All right.
I'm so
We
silly,
love
guys.
our listeners.
Okay.
We love our listeners. I just want to say that. We really love you guys for calling in and taking your time out to send us your questions and comments. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We love that. And I'm just laughing, guys, but it seems like one of our listeners, she has a very good personality, too. I can tell from the LOLs in the letter. But this is is a serious matter. So I'll begin. She writes us, Dear Goddess Sweet, I am... I'm sorry, guys. I am a fairly clean woman, but no matter how much I wash, I still have a feminine funk. What can I do to get rid of this smell? It has caused me to shy away from men and not want to stand over anyone and to consciously always keep my legs closed. I have tried FDS spray and FDS wash, but to no avail. It only makes clumpy white lump balls in my underwear. Please help me.
Wow.
LOL. Signed. I'm sorry, guys. Signed, Funky in Florida. Okay, so
Wow.
this is Gal speaking, and first of all, I want to say, Funky in Florida, please throw out the FDS spray and wash. That you don't even want to be putting that on your yoni. And when I say yoni, I'm talking about your vagina, because it's full of a bunch of toxic ingredients. Okay, they have things in them like isobutane, which is basically a gas that's used as fuel. They have isopropyl, and that's it kind of gives that wash and that spray a oily kind of feeling, but it in turn causes bacteria on your skin, and it clogs your pores and can also cause spots, acne, and what else? And lead to breakout. So you don't want to be putting that on your yoni, okay? Good bacteria in the vagina can flourish if, the pH level is too alkaline. But if you you can get basic relief from a feminine odor by just regular washing with warm water and a mild, unscented soap when bathing. The vagina is a natural, is a self-cleaning organ. So you're just kind of trying to mask whatever it is. If you feel like it may be something more, if you're experiencing a greenish or a yellowish discharge, then you definitely need to go to the doctor and see what that's about, because that could, in fact, be an STD, and nobody wants to be walking around with that. Now, when we talk about the yoni does present with a discharge. Women have healthy discharges, which is usually like a clear or a pearly white type color, nothing foul smelling. If it's foul smelling, then that means there's some disease, which we call dis-ease, going on. So you need to definitely get that checked out. Another thing that can cause your vagina to have a foul odor is your diet. A lot of foods that's laced with synthetic estrogen hormone, these things are causing our little girls to develop breasts and thighs and hips sooner than, later. They're like 10 and 11 years old, like fully developed. That can cause odors. And, of course, dairy products, which some of us, we call it liquefied cow snot or mucus. And, I'm guilty. I can go periods without eating, but sometimes I just want a cheeseburger or something. But women love dairy products. Cheese, milk, butter, sour cream, yogurt, ice cream. The more the better. But, that can cause a discharge, so you may want to you need to probably try to cut back on that and put more green leafy vegetables into your diet, okay? Let's see, what else can we do? We can, let me see, you can use because grains can cause that a discharge also, so you may want to try like a vegetable-based pasta. You can get that from most health food stores. I've even bought organic pasta, which is good. And sweet. Some of us have a sweet tooth, be craving those crispy casket donuts, and it's just not it's just not good for us to eat, all the time. I mean, it's okay, you have to have some type of balance in your life, but just be mindful that if you're dealing with heavier discharge when you're eating more mucus or more sweets, then that's probably why. And also, contrary to the belief, douching. Now, I know, I may get backlash for this, but it's not wise for women to douche. Like I said before, the vagina is a self-cleansing organ. So when you do douche, what you do is you mess up the natural Yoni pH balance. And they say that douching just came about within the last century, to kind of combat that foul-smelling odor. But what happens is douching, it gets in there, and that can cause like a, yeast infection, or, it'll mess up your pH balance, and I've even heard that it can mess with your fertility. So, and we know that that's high these days. I know a lot of women dealing with infertility issues. So, with that being said, you don't want to end up on the table having surgery just because of douching, a procedure that you really don't have to do. If you feel like you just have to do some type of douching, what you can do is take you a healing bath, and you can put some organic apple cider vinegar in your bath water, put a little sea salt in there, and maybe a couple of drops of tea tree oil, and just kind of sit, relax in the bathtub, maybe, put on some slow music and just relax and think healing thoughts and kind of, talk to your womb. We have to learn to get in touch with our body and, let our womb know that she's loved and, that she can, in fact, heal herself. What else I want to talk about? Oh, let's talk a little bit about these sanitary products. I think me and the other goddesses, I think we were talking about this the other day, and they say that sanitary products can cut off the oxygen that the vagina needs to breathe because, like I said before, the yoni is an organ, so it has to breathe also. It needs oxygen. But how can it breathe if it's constantly being clogged up with a sanitary napkin or, a pad or, or worse? So what you want to do, they have natural pads out there. And I think the brand is called Natura, and that's with all natural cotton, so it's not a bleaching agent that's on there. Because, I mean, you really don't want to be putting anything with bleach down there, in your private area. So let's just try to find some products, Natura, and that's spelled Natracare, Natracare, and Glad Rags. I think that's a cute name for it. That was smart. That's a really smart marketing, guys. Glad Rags. But but last thing I want to touch on are also vaginal or yoni lubricants, and this can play a major role in sabotaging your yoni health. Once again, these lubricants are made from synthetic chemicals, mainly petroleum, which is basically liquefied rocks or stones. And you don't need that. Women can say they complain of painful sexual intercourse during, because, basically you're dry down there, or, some call it atrophy, which means, weakness of that muscle. So what you want to do is try something natural, a natural type of oil to, lubricate yourself. And once again, if you want to know a different type of lubricant you can use, you can write into the Goddess Suite, and I can send you a list of different herbs that you can use to kind of help with lubrication. So that's my little spiel on the Yoni. Mystic Feather, do you have anything you want to add as far as the feminine odor or just the Yoni health in general?
Well, I just wanted to follow up about the lubrication. Actually, what you can use that mimics the vaginal fluids would be organic coconut oil. It mimics natural vaginal fluid, so you would want to lubricate with that before intercourse. That would it serves as an excellent lubrication, and you don't have to worry about chemicals. I mean, just by hearing that petroleum is made from liquefied rocks, I mean, if people are putting this in their vaginas and on their penises, that's a little disturbing to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what another thing I wanted to touch on was I want to roll my sleeves up here and get to the spiritual roots of what might be going on with this vagina here. So, if you are struggling with bacterial vaginosis, spiritual root might be allowing a specific negative belief system to control you. Fungal infections, spiritual root could be wanting to hide from the supposedly shameful, dirty truth. It is very important. It's very important to remember that while God does not ever judge, criticize, or condemn us, he does allow us to experience the logical outcomes of our spiritual choices or our free will. So if you come across you have some kind of fungus, you might want to check yourself. Go inside, see if you've been having thoughts of wanting to hide something that's going on that you feel shameful about. You might want to confront that. Trichomoniasis. The spiritual root could be feeling that one is not contributing to society, as if one is a parasite, unconscious recognition that one is not fulfilling one's true life purpose. And the last one would be yeast infection. The spiritual root of that could be a new negative belief system that is just formed. And recognizing it along with treatment of the physical disorder can hasten healing. So if you are experiencing a yeast infection, once again, you might want to go inside and do the spiritual work, reevaluate yourself, be truthful with yourself, be honest with yourself about what's not right, what's going on, what are you doing to create to manifest the disease, because we know that disease begins on the spiritual level with our thoughts and emotions, and it manifests into this physical realm. So also with the yeast infection, you might feel frustrated at never seeming to receive admiration or positive attention for things that you do. So therefore, if that's going on, what you need to do is know that what you do is should be selfless acts. Don't look for anybody's recognition. Don't look for a pat on the back. Do things because you want to do them, not because you want to get praise for them, because this can possibly be manifesting some sort of yeast infection. And another thing, speaking on the chakra that governs the female's genitalia, you will want to work on your sacral chakra, which is your second chakra. It is located 2 inches below the navel, right between the waist and the pubic bone. And it corresponds with the genitals and the urinary tract and your reproductive system. So you want to pay attention to that. You want to try to find meditations to focus on that sacral chakra, because this is also the chakra that governs over your fertility as well. So like Holistic Gal was saying, you want to speak to your womb. You want to meditate. You want to speak to yourself, because your body is a living organism. You want to speak to certain parts of your body and speak wellness and healing over these particular parts. Wherever your focus goes, that's where the energy goes. So if you're putting positive energy into your womb by thinking the thoughts that is positive and also focusing on the color orange, you can get some positive results and heal yourself. That's pretty much what I have to address. Is there anything that you want to talk about, Miss Love? Sister
Yeah.
Love?
I have some food that we can eat to help our yoni. First, if you have yeast infection, even to prevent yeast infections, and this is something that actually my sister told me, like, when you finish your menstrual cycle, get some garlic, organic garlic, and just use as a suppository. Put it right in your yoni. Let it sit there for 24 hours. The garlic will absorb all of the bacteria, the bad bacteria, in your vagina, and then the next day take it out and throw it away. So, but that's once a month. You can just, and that helps to prevent those things and to keep the flora, nice and good and even the way it's supposed to be. And yes, the yoni is a self-cleansing organ, which is beautiful that we do, that we flush out, every single month. So that's a wonderful thing. It's its own detox system. So also to aid and to help with the dryness, the feminine dryness, eating watermelon, strawberries, and fruit, especially watermelon, and pineapple. And strawberries and pineapple will help the taste of your vagina to become sweeter. So, and watermelon helps with that wetness and helps, that those natural juices flow. And it also increases your libido. So those are foods: strawberries, watermelons, pineapples, and definitely pineapple and strawberries, and mangoes. All those juicy, delicious fruits will make you juicy and delicious.
Yes, honey.
You look like y'all right over there, Miss Love. You sound like you have a date tonight or something. It works.
I know.
So, yeah, and then definitely don't douche, like Holistic Gal said. Like my mom told me when I was a little girl, she goes, only thing you have to do with women is they don't douche, just sit in a tub with vinegar.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's all you have to do is take a bath and pour some vinegar in there. If your grandmama never told you, your mama never told you, we told you.
Yes, telling you. The goddess is letting you know how to keep that yoni nice, clean, and fresh, and no more closing your legs, no more being embarrassed. We're getting rid of that. We're breaking down all the barriers.
Yeah, and also they say to eat yogurt for those probiotics, but we want to stay away from dairy. So, but they do. But there is coconut yogurt out there, which I personally love, and they have probiotics in that yogurt. The coconut yogurt, almond yogurt from almond milk, and rice milk yogurt. Those are in the health food market. And some alternatives to dairy are like the almond milk, rice milk, coconut milk, hemp milk, and we love our ice cream. And guess what? I have coconut ice cream, and I have some in my freezer, and also almond milk ice cream. I have that in my freezer.
It is good too. I love it.
It is. I love coconut ice cream. It's like the best. So, those are alternatives we can do for dairy. Even stay away from that macaroni and cheese. And the reason is because these foods have added estrogen. And we don't need added estrogen. And that added estrogen causes havoc in our reproductive system. And that added estrogen gets stored in our ovaries, the cysts on your ovaries. That a lot of women have cysts on their ovaries. And
don't forget about the fibroids.
And the fibroids. And so it starts with a cyst, and then it grows to a fibroid. Because we're continuously eating these foods we're not supposed, that we don't need. We're taking in extra hormones that we don't need, and so they get stored.
into our body, and they're stored into our reproductive system. And yes, that causes havoc. So we definitely want to stay away from dairy and increase our fruits and vegetables and green leafy vegetables. Like, okay, celery is good for the yoni. Apples are good for the yoni. And I already said watermelon. I mean, just go to the farmer's market and get a watermelon, ladies. Eat that water, and you will definitely see the difference immediately. It is just
And make sure it has seeds in there. No seedless watermelons.
No seedless watermelons.
And goddesses, I wanted to also, I don't know if they have this service in Florida or not, but I don't know if anyone has had this, but it is very liberating. It's called the vaginal steam bath. Now,
Yes.
Up here, I had a vaginal steam, and what it does is, it's a pot, and there are all natural herbs that help strengthen the uterus, that helps cleanse the vagina out, and you sit on this open commode, and underneath it there is like a pot of steamed herbs. So at first I'm looking like, okay, what the hell is this? But once you sit down on it, you will feel the steam coming up through your vaginal canal. Now, I will admit that a couple of times the pot was hot, okay? I mean, the pot.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Feather. Were you sitting directly on the pot, or was there a chair over the pot?
Okay, it was like looks like a toilet seat, but it's no toilet underneath. So it's like you're sitting on this toilet that like a bottomless toilet, and then underneath is the steam with the herbs in it.
Okay.
And you sit there, and the beautiful goddess that does this, her name is Tama Aziz. She sits there with you while you're going through the process. She has you hold some crystals, and then she asks you to tell your womb story. So I was a little taken aback by the whole thing, but I will say it was very liberating. And once you are sitting there and discussing this with her, she'll ask you, she's like, well, what is your womb story? And I asked her, I said, well, what do you mean, what's my womb story? She said, if your womb could talk, what would it tell me? And I thought that was like so deep, because I never had a question like that asked of me. So as I'm talking and stuff, I mean, you know, the tears will flow. I mean, you just feel like a release once you get up off of that pot. You really feel the release. And a lot of women were having a lot of success with this that suffer from PCOS, fibroids,
infertility.
Fertility issues and so forth. And if anyone's interested, you can Google the womb sauna. That's the womb, W-O-M-B, sauna, S-A-U-N-A. And just check it out. I mean, there are a lot of other ones online, but just check it out and just, you know, get the testimonies for yourself. But that's just another alternative that I wanted to put out there that women might be interested, especially if you're trying to go the holistic route and conquer infertility, conquering PCOS, fibroids, vaginal distress, anything that's upsetting and imbalancing your vagina. These are just some alternatives to detox. And it was a really good experience.
That's awesome. I love it. And yes, guys, Tamar she's on Facebook. She's on Facebook. I'm looking at her page right now. She's on Facebook. She's on Pinterest, Twitter. Let me see, YouTube, Google Plus, Instagram, and that's the Womb Sauna. Womb, W-O-M-B-S-A-U-N-A. And she is just awesome. When you talk to her, she makes you feel so at peace, and she's just like a big sister. Me and my sister actually ran into her at one of the health fairs a couple of months ago, and it's just like, you know, she's like a big sister or like an old friend. So it's definitely worth a try. So just check her out. She's got some courses on her page also. She's teaching other women how to become womb sauna therapists. So it's great, guys. It's just great. I love alternative health, holistic health, and just being able to help women heal naturally.
Yes, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness, ladies. We had some callers on the line. I don't know if they had any questions. Do we have any time for questions?
Yes, we're still recording, so we can answer a couple. Let's see. You got it, Mystic Feather?
Oh, okay. Caller 301-646-7449.
Don't say the whole number.
Oh,
area code 301. Question or comment? Welcome to the Goddess Suite.
Hi, ladies. I'm just so in awe right now because I mean, you've answered so many questions that I just had been thinking about and wondering about. I mean, this is really, really a blessing to be on this.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited because we don't have enough of this, and I'm really, this is something new for me, and I'm really trying to transition. I mean, I think it's something that's always been in me. I'm naturally a spiritual woman, but I think at this point in time in my life, I'm really crossing over to that spiritual side and really want to get in touch with that. And so a lot of what you said to me tonight, I mean, as far as the inside out, getting, just all of that, just with everything, it's just touched me. So I really, really want to thank you on that.
Thank you. You touched our heart.
This is what we do. We are here to serve. We are here to serve.
So I want to ask you about stones, spiritual stones, healing stones. Now, I purchased these healing stones. I have them, but I'm not quite sure what to do with them.
You don't know what to do.
Not exactly. Not exactly. And when I picked them up, I read everything on the box, and in my mind I'm saying, oh, I need this, I need healing with this, I need healing with that. And so I'm just like, I have them. I'm like, I don't know whether to put them under my pillow, put them in my Yoni. I don't know what to do.
Don't put them in your Yoni. Can you tell me the names of some of your crystals that you have?
Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. I had to go find my box. I have them in a little black bag, and it's about, I want to say it's about 20 stones.
Okay.
So, I mean, as a beginner, so to speak, I really don't know exactly. Now, I've always naturally had this whole Zen thing going, even in my home. I try to make it very comfortable, and I really wanted to I like just the energy to be just positive. So I don't know.
Well, you're starting in the right direction right there.
Okay.
You're starting in the right direction just by thinking positive. That right there, you're opening a good path for yourself just by thinking positive thoughts, because the crystals and whatever you do to aid you on your spiritual path, all of these things are like tools to help you trick your subconscious mind into believing in what you want. So when you have your crystals, if you believe that that the crystal that you have is going to heal you from, I'll say, diabetes, and that crystal, you use it every day, and you have a ritual with it where you take this crystal and you put it on your heart chakra, and you lay there, you go inside yourself, you meditate, and you believe wholeheartedly that you are being healed and made whole, then guess what? This is going to be the outcome, because just like we have laws on earth, there are laws in the universe as well. The universe has to follow a set of laws. So when you are trying to manifest something into this reality, the universe will take, the energy will take the shortest and least resistant path to make sure that it comes about. Now, our mind plays a lot of tricks on us to keep things coming. So if you, say for instance, if you want to win the lottery and you play the 4-digit and you're like, oh, I'm going to win the lottery, I'm going to win the lottery, and you keep focusing on it, and instead of just letting the universe flow and get you the money that you need any way that it sees fit, because it's going to try to come through the least resistant way. So if you're constantly thinking over and over, I need to win the lottery, this is how I'm going to get my money, then most likely you'll never win the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do is keep your thoughts positive, keep them clean, keep them pure. You want to take time to yourself, light a candle, burn some incense, take a nice hot bath, put candles around, listen to calming music, listen to high vibrational music. I don't know if you've heard of healing with sound, but sound also plays a big role in healing our bodies and getting our chakras in tune. But with your crystals, the first thing I would do is I would cleanse them. And you can do that by setting them out in the sun for 24 hours, or well, as long as the sun is up, just set them out there in the sun, or even when at nighttime when it's a full moon. Set your crystals out, or you can cleanse them with salt water. Or you can, if you can find some sage, you can cleanse them with smoke. Any of the 4 elements, air, water, fire, you can cleanse them with any of those elements. So that would be the first step. And then you want to charge them up. So if you know the names of the stones and you know the properties that they produce, what you want to do is you want to hold the stone in your right hand, and you want to think about all the things that the stone represents while you're holding that stone in your right hand. Then you want to transfer it to your left hand, which is our receiving hand, and charge it up with your left hand by receiving, just saying, if your stone is a love stone like the rose quartz, put it in your left hand and just say, I receive love, I receive compassion, I receive whatever the stone represents. You say you receive that in your left hand, and then your stones will be charged. And then you can put them on your yoni, you can put them under your pillows, wherever you want to put them at. While you're meditating, while you're meditating, you want to put them on your particular chakra centers, because they will help balance and energize your chakra centers too. So if you have time, just look up what the stones are and look up what chakras that they correlate with, so you can meditate with them. And you'll have even more powerful meditations when you do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for calling in. We love you.
Oh, I love you too. I really do. I don't even know all the ladies on the line, but I just love you for just being goddesses and teaching me that now. I mean, it's okay. A lot of times we don't have that, that term. We don't use that as much, goddesses, but we are truly that. We are goddesses, and we should treat our bodies and our spirits as such, as goddesses. And I think if more women had that same view, we would, I think that all would be right with the world.
Absolutely.
I really do.
And if it was more sisterhood, more sisters loving each other.
I really do,
because we just don't know how powerful we really are, especially when we come together. That's when we can really shine, when we come together and love each other and show that we don't have to hate on each other or whatever. all this propaganda that has us against each other out here, to let people know that, no, we love each other, and this is, and by us combining our gifts and thoughts, we can become even stronger and add more goddesses to our suite, So that's what we're trying to do anyway.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate you calling that.
Yeah, absolutely. And continue to listen to us, Goddess.
I will. I definitely will.
All right. Thank you so much, sweetie.
You're welcome. You ladies have a blessed night.
You too.
Okay, the same.
Love and light, Goddess.
Good night. Good night.
All right, peace and blessings.
All right, ladies. Great show. Until next time, guys, remember, if you have any questions for the goddesses, you can email them at goddessuite@gmail.com, and that's with 3 S's. We are here to serve you, and you never know, your question may be the one to come up next week or the next time we do Q&A, so keep the questions coming. We love you all. Love and light.
We love you.
Have a great weekend.
All right. Yes. Till next week. We love you.
Bye.